If you've been following me long enough, and if you know me in real life, then you know that I'm a huge fan of Warhammer 40,000, first getting into the hobby during 5th edition during the launch of Assault on Black Reach. I'm such a huge fan of the franchise that back in 2018, I used to write for a website called The Game of Nerds, where I wrote specifically about Warhammer 40,000. Here I wrote a 2-part series on the Chaos Gods. I even talked about in 2019 how there was a live-action show in the works that took place in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. I absolutely love Warhammer 40,000. And if you know me, you know I absolutely love Man of Steel. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. I know a lot of people don't like it. There's a lot of people who don't think that Henry Cavill was a good Superman. I thought he was great. I really love Man of Steel. But I absolutely love this movie. And I really like Henry Cavill for the fact that he himself is a nerd, who he himself is into Warhammer 40,000. He paints the miniatures, reads the lore, he's into it. And due to what came out of The Witcher and the fact that he left The Witcher, I know that he's a stickler for the lore. So when it came out that Henry Cavill was going to be working with Amazon to create a Warhammer 40,000 live action series, I was sold. That is until it came out that it was Amazon that was working on this show and brought Henry Cavill on. Amazon, the same company that co-owns an airline called Omni Air that is involved in the deportation of immigrants out of the United States. The same airline that, when engaged in these deportations, has been accused of human rights violations, with human rights activists stating that the treatment of detainees on flights operated by Omni Air is tantamount to torture and abuse, with some of these immigrants having their hands and feet bound, often in really stressful positions for up to 30 hours. So as much as I love Henry Cavill, and as much as I love Warhammer 40,000, to where I will literally spend hours writing about it, and talking about it, and painting miniatures, and reading novels, and playing the video games, I am not going to support this series. I'm not going to watch it. I'm not giving Amazon 1 more cent of my money. So long as they co-own and fund the operation of an airline that is engaged in human rights violations of my people, I will not give them 1 more cent. And I'm one guy. Me not supporting them isn't going to bankrupt them. They're not going to notice. They don't care. But I just refuse to give my money to any organization whose values do not align morally with my own, especially when they are engaging in human rights violations. I've been waiting a long time to see Warhammer 40,000 in live action, but this for me is not it. I refuse to support this.